Hi friends, welcome to Sri Chaitanya. Today I would like to give the beautiful analysis of JEE Advanced 2020 Mathematics paper. This is paper 1 analysis. Here I am going to give. And recently on 27th September the examination was conducted, and this time they conducted the examination paper 1 mathematics for 66, similarly physics 66, chemistry 66 together. Paper 1 they conducted for 198. Of that, straight up there are 3 sections. One is straight objective, 1 to 6 questions, and for right answer +3, for wrongly attempted questions -1 mark is awarded. For no attempt questions, 0 marks were awarded. Total 18 marks for section 1. Similarly, in section 2 there are 6 questions, and they are completely one or more than one answer type of problems. For right answers +4, and for wrong answer -2, and there is a partial mark. That is the beauty in this second section. Total mark for section 2 is 24. And coming to section 3, and again in section 3 also there are 6 questions. They are all of numerical value type. That means you may get answer in decimals also. For right answer they give +4, and for wrong answer no negative mark is there. Total marks were 24. Altogether, from 3 sections, the examination paper 1 in mathematics, they conducted it for 66, and physics also 66, chemistry 66. Total for MPC 198. This was the maximum mark for paper 1. Coming to paper 2, again in paper 2 also there are 3 sections. Section 1 is this time integer, and there are 6 questions, and for positive mark it is +3, and for wrongly attempted questions it is -1, and no attempt 0 mark is awarded. Total 18 marks for first section. Coming to second section, it contains 6 questions. Of course, just like in paper 1, here also one or more than one answer type questions they had given. And for wrongly attempted, for right answer it is +4 awarded, and for wrongly attempted questions it is -2, and partial mark is also there. And for every partial mark, correct partial mark, +1 answer is given, +1 mark is given. Total marks were allotted for that section 2 is 24, and section 3 numerical value. This is the first time in a single paper both integer means answers are only from 0 to 9 only, whereas in numerical answers may be either decimal places or something like that. For wrongly attempted question there is no negative mark at all in section 3. Of course, even in paper 1, paper 2 in mathematics also the maximum mark was 66, and physics 66, chemistry 66. Total paper 2 conducted in 198 marks. Altogether paper 1 and paper 2 396. This is about JEE Advanced paper 1 and paper 2. Now here I would like to share the most important valuable information regarding mathematics paper. After this video, I will give the beautiful analysis of physics and chemistry also. And before going to that, what kind of questions that they are asked in mathematics paper 1, and which topics they have given priority, and what kind of models they are asked in that particular paper, especially in the mathematics subject, and which topics they emphasized more that one should learn and one should know. This information is very, very valuable, because this is very useful for JEE Advanced 2021 aspirants. So by keeping that point in our mind, I am giving this beautiful information for you. Now coming to mathematics paper 1, of course, in section 1, in question number 1, the question number 1 is like this, and question number 1, the topic is given from quadratic equations and expressions, of course, and the subtopic, the question based on nature of the roots, very simple topic. And coming to the remark of this particular question, proper arrangements of terms is required to solve this particular problem, because it seems it looks like very easy question, but once you have understood the nature of arrangement of those terms properly, you will get the answer very easily. But as far as the students' point of view, majority of the students, they feel it has a very easy question. That is about section 1, paper 1, and question number 1 analysis in mathematics. And coming to question number 2, see the question. Of course, This question is based on functions topic, and the subtopic in the topic is types of functions, and here the main remark is you have to know what is 1 1 and what is 1 2 different combinations, because you have to read the combinations very carefully, then only you will get the answer very. And of course, if you have observed the question, the same type of model they asked in previous examinations also, and then question is about moderate, and this is about question number 2, and from a straight objective type of questions. This is paper 1 mathematics. Coming to third question, of course read the question very properly, and if you have observed the standards and functions very carefully, and of course the question given from the topic area under the curve, and the subconcept is area bounded by the two curves. One curve is what? F of x is equal to e power x minus 1 minus e power minus mod of x minus 1, and g of x is half of e power x minus 1 plus e power 1 minus x. So one should know how to draw these graphs. Of course, if you have gone through the graphs very carefully, if you are thorough with the graphs and understanding how to draw easy sketches of the graph, you will get a complete picture. But the remark of this particular question is it requires some patience to draw, to solve. After drawing the graph, it requires proper calculations. In general, students are doing mistakes and they are wasting time also, and of course from student point of view, this is a relatively difficult question. And coming to question number 4, and this question is see, a and b lambda are positive real numbers and p is a point. It appears like what? Ellipse and parabola. Of course, it is a problem based on conic sections, and the topics covered in that conic sections are a combinations from ellipse and parabola, and subtopic is based on the tangents only. They have constructed this question. If you have very good idea about the tangent and the applications of tangents of both parabola and ellipse, you can solve this very well. But it requires what? Taking proper order of a and b. In the question, a, b and lambda or real numbers are given, you need to take what is a and what is b, where to take, and which order we have to follow is very, very important. And students' point of view, it is relatively a moderate question. Not that difficult, not that easy. It is a moderate question. This is about first section, question number 4, straight objective. And coming to question number 5, of course, if you have studied the question very carefully, there the question comes under what? Probability. And of course, the probability in what? Probability based on the independent events. They asked the question on probability of independent events. And the remark of this particular question is, you have to, after reading the question, you have to understood the what kind of cases will exist, and you have to know, you have to write all the cases very carefully, then only you will get the answer. So though it appears very simple, but you have to know, we have to concentrate on the concept of independent events, and you have to understand the nature of the different cases, how many different cases will exist in this particular problem also. And student point of view, it also appears majority of the students consider this as a moderate questions. And coming to question number 6, straight objective section 1, if you have read the question properly, then you will get an idea, and it is completely a question from applications of derivatives. And of course, even in applications of derivatives also, it comes under what? Maxima and minima. And the major remark on this particular question is, if you are thorough with the graph and you understand the basic concept of symmetry, then with the help of the symmetry, you can solve the problem very easily. So before drawing the solving the problem, one should know how to draw the easy rough sketch and easy sketch of the given curve, and the application of symmetry is very, very required. And students' point of view, they consider this as the moderate question. And coming to question number 7, and of course here, if you have read the question properly, and of course it is also from calculus and mainly from continuity and differentiability, there in this particular chapter, it comes under what? Differentiation of a function at a particular point and continuity of the function at a particular point. And the remark of this question is somewhat tricky, because it is the combination of continuity and differentiability, and moreover continuity and differentiability of a function of composite of the function. So if than solving the problem, we should know what is the continuous of a function at a point and continuous of a function discontinuity of the function at a point, and apart from that what is the continuity and differentiability of a composition of the function is very important. And of course majority of the people consider this as what difficult, because they have not read the question properly. Because see, you just read the last statement, which of the following statement are true is given. Majority of the students, they are identifying this as which of the following is wrong or something like that, because it comes under more than one answer type of problem. So though it appears very simple, because of negative marks and partial marks, majority of the people, they consider it as what? A difficult question. And coming to question number 8, if you have read the question properly, it is a very simple question, and of course this is the question based on what? Matrices only, and the subtopic under the matrices is what? Adjoint of the matrix. If you have thorough knowledge on properties of adjoint and applications of adjoint, one can solve this problem very carefully, very easily. But the thing is, you have to read the question properly, because there which of the following statement is always true or false is given. Always whenever the questions are coming under one or more than one answer type, only they are concentrating this particular type of models, and majority of the students, they consider or they faced this as the moderate problem. And coming to question number 9, this is about question number 9, and of course it is very clear that it is from complex numbers. And the subtopic from the complex numbers is the application of triangular inequality and modulus of the complex number. And of course remark of this problem is somewhat tricky, because you need to solve all the 3 given inequalities very carefully with the help of the hypothesis. Then only you will identify which of the following statement becomes true. And people and students, majority, they did wrong, and they confused at all, and they consider this as the difficult question. This is about question number 9. Now coming to question number 10, and of course here small xyz are positive real numbers, and lengths of the sides of the triangle are given, opposite angles are capital X, capital Y. It is a very trivial problem, just like it appears to be trigonometry solutions of triangles or properties of triangles, I can say. And to solve this problem, one should know what is sine rule and applications of sine rule, and they have to practice all the standard formula. If anybody knows all the standard formulae and applications of those formulae of properties of triangles, the question becomes very moderate. Otherwise it is a very difficult question, because there you need to solve all options, because every option is considered as a single problem. And coming to question number 11, and of course it's a very trivial question, and it is a combination, and all the lines are appearing here, and so it is straight away, it is from what? 3-dimensional geometry. And of course in 3-dimensional geometry also the question is constructed from the properties of equations of the lines only. And the remark of this particular question is, before solving the question, you have to visualize what kind of things are given, and how to visualize the required line is very important for you. Otherwise it is very difficult to get the answer, and consider majority of the people it as a moderate question. This is about question number 11, section 2, more than one answer type. Coming to question number 12, and of course it appears like definite integrations questions, all inequality based questions are given. And of course if you are thorough with the approximations of definite integrations with inequality oriented problems, it becomes very easy for you. And of course here also you need to solve all the 4 options, then only you will get the exact answer. And majority of the students, they consider this as a moderate question. And coming to question number 13, this is what? A tricky question. And of course the literature itself completely different when compared with the previous problems. And of course it is coming straight away from what? A logarithmic and logarithmic inequalities. But here the positive real numbers and the concepts of maximum minima are given, no doubt, though it appears as a logarithmic inequalities, but somewhat arithmetic mean, geometric mean, and applications of arithmetic and geometric means are very clear. Here we need to apply. So the subtopic is what? Logarithmic properties and arithmetic and geometric mean inequality concept problem is given. And coming to remark, the proper observations of reading question is very required. because if you have understood the concept, the terminology given in the question, then only it is very easy. Otherwise, the question is very difficult for you, because it's simple application of what a logarithmic properties with arithmetical geometrical mean tinge. But the question appears like what? A difficult question. But relatively it is easy question when compared with the previous questions. Now coming to question number 14. This is about question number 14. Here also the terminology is just like appearing in the like previous problem. And of course here also it is straight away from progressions chapter or sequence and series chapter. And the subtopic is here. It is the question given from or based on what? Sum of n terms of AP and GP. And the main remark of this particular question is it's somewhat lengthy and calculated. So majority of the people, they consider this as, of course, not a difficult question, it is somewhat a lengthy question, and they consider this as the moderate one. This is about question number 14. Now coming to question number 15. And of course it is a function given, and trigonometric functions are given and somewhat closed interval or something like that. So it's very trivial that it is straight away the problem from what? Trigonometric ratios and equations. And there they asked the question under what? Multiple and submultiples, and where to apply the multiples and submultiple concepts of solving this kind of trigonometric equations is required. And the remark of this particular problem is, though it appears very simply, but it's somewhat tricky, because one should understand the nature of the question given in the intervals. So considered majority of the students it as what? Moderate one. Now coming to question number 16. Of course it is a straight question. Of course it is the vector problem, and here even if you know the products of the vectors, means dot product and cross product, and the remark of the particular problem is how to use that cross product and vector product and dot product and their properties. Applications are very, very important. And of course this I have mentioned very clearly. All the topics and subtopics, even before writing this examination 10 days ago, I have released one video. There I clearly mentioned on which topics they are concentrating. There I mentioned, focused very clearly that you have to practice all the vector equations. The same question they have asked even in 2020 advanced examination also. And students, they consider this as what? A moderate question. And coming to question number 17. And my friends, it also, the language in the question is somewhat tricky, and the terminology given in the question is somewhat tricky, and it is coming from applications of derivatives chapter only, and the subtopic is it is beautiful applications of what? Mean value theorem. And here the main remark is you have to consider all possible cases of rating out the favorable, and thereby you will apply the suitable mean value theorem, which mean value theorem is suitable for that, and you will get the answer very easily. But majority of the students, they consider this as the difficult question. So far in mean value theorems, so far they asked very simple and trivial questions. First time after long time they asked this kind of difficult question. This is about question number 17, coming under what? Numerical value problem. And coming to question number 18, of course it is your favorite question. It appears just like a limit question. Though it is a chapter from limits, there it is very clearly mentioned that is the problem based on a right hand limit, but of course it is very lengthy to calculate. If you have known the expressions and expansions of 1 minus x whole power 1 by x, etc., then problem is very difficult for you, very easy for you, and it is an application of what? Somehow L'Hospital rule also. And of course majority students, they consider this as what? Moderate. So my friends, among all 18 questions, especially in paper 1 mathematics, more than 80% of the questions are what? Moderate only. Moderate doesn't mean that they are not difficult. You have to solve something more. But there are some tricky questions and conceptual based questions. Instead of asking the question directly from a particular topic, majority of the questions are linked with what? Previous topics. This is about the beautiful analysis of mathematics paper 1, and in the next session we will discuss paper 2 also. And my friends, from Sri Chaitanya, in JEE Mains 2020, we got All India 1st, 4th and 7th. And of course, even in JEE Advanced, from Sri Chaitanya, out of 396, our student got 341. If everything goes well, definitely we may get All India first rank also. This is possible because of this kind of analysis that we are providing to the students. And soon we are going to start one beautiful batches for that. And regarding this, any queries, you just contact your nearest Sri Chaitanya offices. They will clarify all your doubts. My friends, thank you. And if you like this, you please subscribe and share this, and we will meet with beautiful analysis paper, mathematics paper 2, detailed analysis, which is coming soon, and we will meet in the next session. Thank you. Thank you, sir.